What does the concept of sovereignty mean outside the national borders? Although the League of Nations was the first attempt to build a global rule of law, the Second World War became the turning point in order to forge the bedrocks of a common global society and avoid the errors committed in the past. With it, the UN gave birth to the International Court of Justice, ICJ, and the International Criminal Court, ICC, who nowadays delivers orders in the international arena on human rights violations, genocides, or national expansive interests. Taking into account the vast amount of countries who pay membership into the UN, the costs and contributions to it are minimal, but necessary. It is extremely important to protect and update both organisms, ICJ and ICC, to current times. The current system of international justice may not be perfect. It is criticized for having national preferences in delivering human rights from a one-sided perspective. However, we cannot forget that it can be, and has been, improved and updated. Fair and equal international bodies of justice are a realistic ideal that we, as a global community, need to strive and fight for. If the world is already in chaos with them, imagine one without them. We have to value and reinforce their power to punishment and enforcement mechanisms, because solid decisions lead to respect and efficiency, which are the foundations of truly universal legitimacy. Having a common court in the international arena is a way to move all countries toward the same human rights, towards the same justice, etc. International justice and its corresponding institutions and organizations have a very valuable role when it comes to creating a common ground in which to base transnational relations. Nowadays, globalization is more present than ever, and international conflicts can threaten the tight relations that countries have established in peaceful times. Globalization is not reversible, so the international mechanisms designed to manage it are also not reversible and will not diminish. On the contrary, they will multiply. Having a solid international legal framework to tackle this issue is necessary to avoid countries and individuals from mistreating others. Additionally, there is a need to ensure universal human rights. To ensure that these rights are granted to all people in the world, international organizations are necessary and essential to monitor and rule on such issues. If a country fails to ensure human rights to their citizens, or violates their citizens' rights, the organs of international justice are responsible to take care of individuals and groups of people threatened. The international judicial system has morphed significantly since its creation. Nowadays, one of the most important aspects of the international justice is that it's completely free. This means no single member in the international arena can significantly influence or control international judicial institutions. Judicial organizations are composed by many members who belong to different regions of the world in order to be more equal and self-dependent. This makes judicial institutions sovereign from individual national interests because they are formed by many different kinds of people with different opinions, ideologies, and nationalities. The most common criticism of international judicial bodies is their cultural biases and preferences. They are attacked for being subtly culturally and morally imperialist. Looking at the diversity of individuals who compose international judicial bodies, this complaint is vastly over-exaggerated. Additionally, these institutions tend to change their representatives every few years to maintain the independence of the system. Thanks to the UN and other judicial bodies that hold an important role in the international arena, no state has significantly more structural power than others. Therefore, judicial institutions will never be under the power of a certain country or favor a particular state, alliance, or moral agenda. In conclusion, international judicial institutions and organizations have developed drastically since their birth as a World War II byproduct. The criticisms that are pointed towards them, most prominently their favor toward particular countries and ideologies, are less valid today than ever before. They are a necessary component of globalization and must be intellectually and financially invested in, rather than simply criticized. Thank you.